Welcome everybody, good afternoon. My name is Bettina Crown. I'm the president of CLF Foundation. And CLF Foundation was founded in 1998 in Europe. And since 2000 we are also working in the United States and all over the world, internationally. We are an international non-profit. All donations are tax deductible here as well as in Europe. And they do go directly to the project. And I check everything out. So I go and visit with the organizations and make sure that they are really what they say they are. I love cats, what can I say? I know you would not have noticed this. And I have experience for over 30 years. And this is what CLF Foundation is doing. We transport panthers in the car. That is the new Kyuko Buddha at the museum. Here he is. In his new cage. You can tell he just arrived and he's kind of like uncertain what's happening, but he's already in the process of checking out his new habitat. We do enrichment programs. So, for instance, something like this is the structure there, and it was just put up. It looks much more lived in now. This is Nakoche there, and for these balls. And we also pay for fludrocortisone for Robbie the bobcat because he has Addison's disease, which is unusual in cats. And it took them a while to find it out. But now, as you saw earlier, he's just doing lovely. We pay for blood work, we pay for veterinary services, we pay for cat meat and for the treats. And we also pay for enrichment sands, which are spread all over the habitats, among others like catnip, valerian, what you would think the cats would enjoy. Some of them prefer Chanel No. 5. And now, like I said, we work internationally. This is, of course, a cheetah cup. The study has ended last year, but it was a very interesting study in South Africa. Here's Pretoria, so a little bit more to the south is Johannesburg, so you get an idea of where we are here. And this was a study in the north of Pretoria, Thaba-Zimbi, and Limpopo. I just like to say the words, they're so nice. And there are cheetahs on 61% of the farmland. So the people working with us have lots of studies in the works to make sure that they can work together with the farmers over there. So they contact the farmers, they have GPS collars for the cats to track their movements, where they will be going. And they have made good studies and good progress on getting the farmers to work together with them, so that they don't shoot the cats if they happen to kill livestock, that they work with the organizations that was founded originally by the De Wild Cheetah Center, which is in South Africa, and I've met them, I've even been there. So again, I check it out. Now we go up to the north, 8 hours, same time zone, to Germany. This is Kassel, Göttingen, Hanover, which is, Frankfurt is about here, to give you an idea. In this area here, this is the location of 2 different studies about the European wildcat. They have been studied for several years. They don't need the use of GPS collars because their ranges are much smaller. This whole area is about 500 square kilometers. This is an interactive lecture. If you know how much that is in square miles, please say so. And the individual ranges of the cats, they are much smaller, 185 hectares up to 1,300 hectares. Much smaller range. And I had a biologist over there, CLF had a biologist over there named Carsten, and most of the photographs are by him. And he uses something called a scent stick, so you can tell there's some hairs on it, so he sprays it with urine of interested other cats, or even with maybe Chanel No. 5, I haven't asked him, to just make the cats rub their faces on it to get data, because that can all, just hairs, that can all be used for DNA studies. And of course he also uses traps to collar them, this one study that was done over there where we participated in resulted in tunnels being built under the Autobahn there. The other study Carsten did was one about the mothers and kittens, and they just wanted to see the mortality rate and how many would survive. And that study was also done over several years, and last year was the last one. We got some interesting results about this, and it's all to determine how many cats there are, how they live, what their ranges are, how they wander around. So this was just a brief overview, because I know you're all waiting for Brad Rutherford, the Executive Director of the Snow Leopard Trust. Cat Life Foundation gave 9 of those GPS collars to the Snow Leopard Trust. I was going to say to Brad, but that's not really... Yes. Yeah, and I know all of you said that it would be so nice if we had a snow leopard here. So of course I called Brad, and he said, okay, I'll try, what can I do? So yesterday morning, he arrived yesterday, he went to the zoo, got a snow leopard, they went to the airport, they checked in, everything was just cool and worked just fine. But then they came to the security screen, and the cat absolutely refused to be patted down. And of course they would want us about the luscious coat, but you know how cats are, they're very ticklish on their belly, and it's just didn't happen. And he missed the flight too. So instead of being here at 4, because then of course he had to check out, bring the cat back to the zoo. And so he came instead of 4 o'clock, he arrived at 6:30.
Without the snow leopard.
Without the snow leopard, obviously. So I'm sorry that we have to disappoint it, but as you have seen, there's lots of merchandise and little snow leopards for sale out there. So you want to check this? Thank you, thank you.